You've waited your entire life for this episode of NSFW show. We are joined by Tech News Today and the Android show all about androids, Jason Howell. We talk about all sorts of insults you can use on your friend. Sweetwater joins us. Folks, you don't want to be anywhere other than in front of your screen watching NSFW.com.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
This is NSFW episode 112, recorded on January 31st, 2012. A raging phoner.
This episode of NSFW is brought to you by Squarespace, the fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. For a free trial and 30% off your new account for 3 months, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW1.
We're here live at the Showbiz Expo, where movies, TVs, stage have come together to make ends meet. Let's talk to some people. For the robot, did you use technologies, or was it a non-technology?
There's a lot of technology that went into
Great.
it.
Thank you.
Sure thing. This is a fantastic show, and we train motion picture script supervisors, producers, production managers, and production accountants.
And seen it in the theater.
The what?
And seen it in the theater.
I didn't understand that.
Seen it in the theater.
Oh, yes, the ones I train, one just finished Iron Man 2.
Great. Thanks so much. Never thought
End it! What? I don't want to end it! I don't want to end it! I feel like it's more!
Alright, fine. Let us end it. And so it begins, NSFW, the new show full of wind, the new sauce for the web, and it's the show that is nominally safe for work. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my inimitable co-host, the one, the only, the revolutionary, Professor J.R.Y. What is up, Mr. Justin Robert Rubles?
Holy crap, Brian. Do we have a really big show? Folks, we've been planning this one for months.
Yes.
And it's going to be great. We got a lot of surprises for you, some big name guests. And one of those, the first one, is Jason Howell. Ladies and gentlemen, all about Android Zone. You can hear him every single day on Tech News Today. Raygun01, JJ,
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Raygun01, come on, everybody in the chat room, come on. Oh, I'm not hearing it.
Oh, no, but they will totally do it. You realize, I mean, it's like, you could be like, farm porn, go, chat room, and it'll be there in seconds. You don't see it like
I predict at some point today I will say farm porn. Wait, I think I just did.
That's actually part of, it's a big branded contest because it's such a big episode, right? That we have a lot of branded contests because people want to buy advertising on our contest, and so it's the Pepsi Farm Porn Challenge. If you've bought a Pepsi over the past couple months, then you should notice under your cap there's a time that in this episode at some point when Jason Howell says farm porn, you can send that in.
Get off.
Yeah, you have to keep the.
I'm a winner of farm porn. So what does the winner get? Farm porn?
Well, of course, the winner gets 5 pounds of grade A ham.
And the loser gets farm porn.
Well, the loser actually has to participate in farm porn. But it's not like a real starring role. Like, I'm sorry, folks, we can't get you in as a starring role. You just have to be a cameo as a guy who goes, oh my God, what's happening?
By the way, for anyone who's just now tuning into live Twit, this is not a Ham Nation, despite all the talk about the porking that we're doing.
Brian, a show this big would never be confused for anything else.
Touche, sir. Hey, man, look, what do we got going?
Brian, this is our Super Bowl. We're having our Super Bowl. Obviously, the Super Bowl is a big event. It's when it all culminates in this one thing. And that's why we pulled out all the stops.
Yes.
For this episode.
And by pull out all the stops, you mean waited till the last minute to book Jason
Hold
Howell.
out all the stops.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? I've been looking forward to this episode for weeks. I mean, we've been working on a lot of really good stuff here.
Jason.
Not farm porn related.
We know you are looking forward to it, but that's sort of what we were banking on. We're glad that you're as excited as we hoped you would be.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, hey, believe me, I've been thinking about this for a long time, so I'm happy to be here.
I'll tell you what, folks,
Let's
go ahead
get to
and pencil this one in for later in the show. We are going to give you an absolute exclusive sneak peek at our newly recorded comedy album, Night Attack, as yet untitled. I think there's going to be a subtitle there.
Night
Not
Attack
sure what-
3, Revenge of the Tree.
Well, so it's the sequel to The Happening?
Yes, exactly. Night Attack 2, 3, Revenge of the Tree is what I'm going to call it.
Night Attack. Has anyone done sequels for sequels, but like still retained the first name, like Night Attack 2 Part 4?
I'm sure, dude. They had to have done something like that.
A sequel to a sequel. That is really,
but not like a
somebody's gotta
3.
do that.
Like a Night Attack.
Can we just
2
jump straight
Part
to
2.
Night Attack 999?
And then, folks, Sweetwater, Seattle's own Sweetwater, is going to perform for us. We have a musical guest tonight. Because you want to know what, Brian? This is our biggest show ever. It's our most intricate, planned out episode.
Well thought out. Yes, absolutely.
We are going to ever do.
I'm not going to lie. I'm busy looking for the link to the guy who got written up at work for laughing at Night Attack. That's what I'm looking for right now. Can we start off reading this, actually?
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Okay, so we got over Twitter. Somebody says, "Hey, thanks, jerks. I got written up at work because of you." And then he sent us this link with a comment card at his hotel. Comments, hotel improvement. Overall, I am pleased with your rates and service, but I do have one issue to report. See below. Additional comments. So Wednesday morning, as I was walking into your breakfast area, I was startled by a loud cackling noise. After I finished fixing my coffee, the source of the laughter, your employee, walked out and continued to set up breakfast. He was still snickering incessantly. He didn't notice me because he was wearing headphones, so I slipped back into my room. I think there might be something wrong with him. He kind of scared me. In the future, I would probably avoid coming down to breakfast as early.
Now, we communicated with this young man, and I communicated with him because I wanted to find out which episode he was listening to, so I could agonize over whether or not I was funny during it, and
whether it was me or Brushwood.
Basically, I wanted to know. Listen, like, can I feel? There's two options in my head. Either I feel horrible because I don't think I was funny in that episode. Right. Or I feel horrible because I have no other reason to feel good.
Right. Okay. And so what did you come up with? I
was very happy to report that this one was from our Scott Sigler. Hey, Mister.
Oh my God! Yes. Which, by the way, I want so bad to at least tease what Scott Sigler said. He's seriously working on the story.
Oh, he did. For those of you following up, folks, what we did during the Scott Sigler episode is we had a big brainstorming sesh, right? And we came up with a bunch of characters and some plot lines and a setting for a short story. Now, this is going to go into his actual short story compendium coming out later this year. And he sent me and Brian an outline of what would be in it. And just, what was your initial reaction?
I've got to at least tease this right here. It says here, gents, here's my initial notes for this story. And he goes on, beam up on aisle 5. He's got all the different characters. Main characters are former bantamweight MMA prize fighter Rabbi Joseph Manischewitz, Brock Big Ugly Sockman, the Squirrel, Carney Con Carney Powers, and Meth Cow. I'm telling you, dude, he is so serious about actually doing this.
Yeah, no, and I could not be more excited. So we're moving forward on that, and that's going to be one of the best Chat Realm products ever. Because, folks, it all came out of your brains and ours too.
All right.
So is this going to be premiering on a future episode of NSFW?
That's what we talked about. We talked about whether if he wrote it in such a format that we could actually act it out. We could do a Playhouse Theater. Of course, he's got a big release coming out. I just received the book today, so I'm going to be reading that in order to wait. You just got up and left, Justin Robert Young.
Yeah,
you've got the book.
Guys.
You've got the book. You got it as well.
Yeah, I got Nocturnal, which it came in this official we would normally show you the cover for this book, but it's top secret. But we wanted to get you the book anyway because you're an important person, or at least that's what the book told me when I looked at it, and it spoke to me as an inanimate object.
Like the opening letter is all super serious. Like we would appreciate it if you didn't quote any of this book until you verified that quote against the final edit.
Yeah. So whatever you do, it's very wrong for me to read to you that on and the first 3 words of A Visit from Chinatown is the sound of. That might not be what is in the final edit.
You violated the sanctical pact.
No, I didn't. Also on page 231, it's definitely not the phrase, I want you to know where Isaac and Alex are.
Okay, no, stop. You're violating the pact. You can't do this.
I don't know, Brian, but I feel like this will be a good way that people can know whether they want the book, right?
But it's not yours. There's an agreement. This is going to get us taken down by the DMCA.
Like, let's say that people really, really were furious about the second paragraph of Tard's job, starting out with, Tard's job in life was to be terrified.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Tard's job.
I don't believe you. I think you made that up.
Nope, but I can start making things up now. Like, I ate Chinese food out of that Mexican man's bag. That's the first words on page 382.
Okay.
Might not make the final cut, though. Just saying,
it might not make the final cut.
Okay.
Jason, go ahead and give me a number.
47,000.
Let's go to 47, and I will totally tell you that the first words are, if you point that gun in my face again, I'm going to shove it up your armpit and pull the trigger with my balls.
That is not what it's all right.
That's what it says,
not
Brian.
Final.
Might not make the final cut, though.
Final.
No, listen, we don't know whether or not this is going to be in the book. I can't say that enough, okay? Brian, give me a number.
1. 3.
How about 311? That's a good one.
Okay, 113, 311. Why not? Go.
All right, 311. Again, listen, folks, I'm giving you a preview because that's what Scott would want.
If he were alive. By the way, Scott died last week. Bad news.
He would want everybody to go pre-order Nocturnal right now. And so if this entices you to buy the book, then that's something that you would really want to happen.
Okay,
so let's say 311. And again, we don't know
if
this is going to be in the final book.
It's an early pre-release.
Yes. Brian had a pink face, the kind of which a child would be embarrassed of.
That doesn't sound like the kind of thing that would get cut from a final draft.
Hold on. That's what's in the book, you're saying.
That's what's in the book on page 311. Let's skip forward a little bit.
What about page 420?
How about this? On 361, it says, embarrassed by his staggering lack of talent, he really didn't like to show his face on the internet, but had to anyway because he liked ripping off people for money. Again, we don't know. We can't know whether this is going to make the book that you will eventually buy.
Aaron Becker in the chat room said someone's going to end up with a brick through a Prius's window. Look, can we get started on something that maybe involves our guest, Mr. Jason Howell of All About
Jason
Android?
was picking numbers. Everybody go pre-order Nocturnal. It's going to be a great book.
Yes. So seriously, what are we going to do, Justin?
Jason, you host a very popular show on the Twit network that has very, very good numbers called All About Android, right?
I think it's popular. I hope it does good numbers. And yes, I host the show.
and you guys do a great job because I've always thought that of all the shows, very seriously on Twit, the one show that I think is kind of a very big necessity that also has like a kind of crossover is the Android show, because there's so many different versions of Android. There's constantly a new phone coming out. There's all these different new apps, and rooting the phone is much more of a common thing in the Android community. So I think you guys do a very important job. But what we were thinking is, because obviously, there's a bit of a rift in the mobile smartphone.
All right,
community.
call it what it is. You're trying to dance around it. Let's face it. iPhone is racist against Androids. We're at a party with iPhones, and iPhones are all like, oh, look. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of my best friends are Androids. And then goes on to say some of the most hateful crap I've ever heard come out of the mouth of a smartphone. All right? and you know what? For one, I'm done with it. I mean, I have an iPhone, but I'm disgusted by it.
How many hours of battery life does it take to feed a family of Androids?
What? Oh. And he's just like, I don't know, they keep changing batteries all the time. And I'm just like, that's not appropriate, iPhone. Would you dial it down a bit? And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm too busy smoothly transitioning from one window to another. I can't hear you. And it's like iPhone, I'm a little bit disgusted by it, all right?
Do you happen to have an Android confidant that's like listening to all of your problems and, pretending to be kind of the supportive smartphone, but really kind of pulling you over?
No, you know what it is? It's like I actually, I mean, you know what they say? They say once you go Android, you get seduced by the ability to multitask with multiple programs simultaneously.
You know what, Brian? Oh, yeah. And listen, I'm sick of your wishy-washiness, all right? Because I think that you are a droider lover.
Hold on, listen. First of all, I take umbrage to the term droider lover. My father was half Android. He's got a bionic ear right now. That's how he hears the world. You're going to tell me I'm a droider lover just because I come from a...
You are. Whoa. Hey, man. Hey.
It's your heritage, man.
I'm just, you're the one doing it. I'm just saying it. You're a droider lover. Why don't you just come out there and just get a T-shirt that says, find me a droider, because I'm going to love her.
I'm going to love him?
Yeah. I didn't write the T-shirt. I'm just saying you should have it.
I don't appreciate your accusation that I'm a robosexual. I'm going to tell you this much. No. I'm going to tell you where
I got that from. I may be 461 of Nocturnal, Scott Sigler's new book.
I mean, maybe I'm a little bit droid curious, but who wouldn't be? I mean, you get
Brian wore a shirt that said droiders are my favorite people, and they're much better than the white iPhones. And
did you really say that?
I didn't write this. Scott Sigler did.
Okay.
Please pre-order Nocturnal.
Justin, if I didn't know better, I would say you just discovered a plot device to say horrific shit and play. Oh, wait.
Belt. Yes. Yes.
Son of a gun. Oh, dang it. I was all going to put it on you
Brian?
anyway.
You feeling good? Feeling pretty good?
I hate you guys.
Maybe if you weren't hanging around with so many androids, you would have a cleaner mouth.
Yeah,
maybe have a little manners to
If
yourself.
you weren't such a robosexual, maybe you'd be hanging with the iPhones. The white iPhones, the purest of all the phones.
But here's what I'm thinking, Jason, is what we need to do as a brain trust here, that I'm a pure fourth generation iPhone.
Oh my God, really? You're gonna pull that out?
Yeah, I am.
Listen,
I'm not going to deny excuse me, Brian, but heritage means something to some people.
You're about to bust out that whole myth of the master phone, aren't you? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that it's the master phone. I'm just saying.
You're saying you're part of the Uber phone crowd. This is.
All right. Well, but here's what I'm saying. We can all come together as fine gentlemen, and say I'm an iPhone fan. Brian's a self-loathing iPhone owner.
Oh, look,
who really wishes that he had an Android so he could show off to all of his hip, cool friends. Oh, look at me and my Android. I'm gonna multitask my video games and then sling information to a satellite.
So Brian's definitely droid curious. curious. It sounds.
I
Jason,
am
of course,
droid
is
curious.
An all about Android host. What we want to do is create some one-liners that people in any of our situations can use when they're confronted with these kind of people. Trolls in chat rooms, some snotty friend of theirs. We need to think of good comebacks. Really words to live by. You know, we're trying to build a base of knowledge here.
Okay.
So, like, let's say to you, Jason, if someone's like, that Android is like a crappy iPhone that moves like it was made of molasses. Like, we need a comeback. What could you say to something like that, you know, everybody's listening now, they're going to be better tomorrow because they're going to be able to defend their Android.
Oh, boy. That's putting me on the spot.
Well, we can all help. Brian, what would you say?
I'd say, why don't you shut the hell up, Justin Robert Young? You're a racist.
See, that's good. We can start there. Immediately call him a racist.
Say your mother runs Froyo.
I bet I know what you got on your phone. Then you take the phone away from them because you don't want them to actually see that you don't find the farm porn on there.
Okay.
But you tell them.
Whoa! Ding, ding, ding,
And
ding,
actually, if you're smart enough, if you're keen enough, you can install software that will allow you to transfer farm porn onto their phone.
Okay.
Which is kind of like a delayed response thing, but I think that's effective.
All right. Try it again on me, Justin. Go ahead. Give me that same business. Go ahead.
Hey, what's with that super slow, stupid-looking iPhone?
I respect your opinion. However, I disagree.
Ooh. Ooh.
God, I want to use so many words that I can't.
I don't know. That was pretty good.
I want to call you.
I wasn't
the worst.
expecting that. That was a lot of restraint for an iPhone user.
All right, try it again. Try it again from the top and go.
Hold on. I'm gonna cover my.
You're gonna try to goad me.
I'm gonna cover my mouth with a Santa hat, and I'm gonna say whatever goes into my mouth.
Oh, fuck.
And so hopefully you won't be able to hear it. But go ahead.
All right.
Hey man, your Android sucks and it's slow.
Well, I understand what you're coming from, but I, however, really enjoy my phone. I find it an exceptional value. I like the ability to change batteries and the fact that I don't have to go into a walled garden experience in order to get whatever kind of app I enjoy.
You're a banana.
I'm so glad I couldn't understand what that said.
Yeah, for all we know, you just got the belt right there.
I heard that I'm a fat banana, as best I could tell.
You're a filthy fat banana.
All right. So that's good. But now, if you were to insult somebody with an iPhone, let's see if we can go the other way.
Oh,
what we're trying to do is.
This is like Apollo at Silicon Valley. This is great. All right, so now you got to give as you got. Go.
Yeah. What's it like to have a phone that doesn't allow you to do whatever the hell you want with it?
Oh, you did not!
Oh, yeah!
You did not!
You
did not just bust that out! Oh,
Yeah!
Snapdragon! What you gonna do? What you gonna do, iPhone? How you respond to that?
Bring it. Huh? Yeah. That's the gauntlet right there. That's the creme de la creme. That's the perfect thing to say to an iPhone.
All right, what you
They
say?
will have nothing to return with. There'll be no retort. All they can do is sit there and cry into their soup.
I was too busy rooting your mom last night.
Wow. Apparently, he's really embarrassed by this because he just turned bright pink, bigger than me.
Either that, or he's eaten something that he shouldn't have from Wonka's factory.
Oh!
He chewed
Did
the-
you just say my mama?
He chewed the dinner gum. Holy cow. I like having him around this pink because he looks less pink than me. Oh, now he's turning normal again. All right. Did they change the lights on you? What did they do?
I have no idea. I don't think so, but I doubt I turned purple to red. But
All right, so that I think it's time for you to give the return volley. Oh, now you're normal. Now you're all kinds of normal. Now I'm the pinkest. Not really. All right, so back to Justin. What are you gonna say back to the iPhone?
I got a good one. I got a good one.
All right.
Okay.
So, how big is your iPhone? Not very big. And then what you got to do is you got to take the iPhone and put it next to your really big Android phone.
Yeah.
It's more of a visual thing.
Prop comic.
Maybe
I know.
not
All
the
right.
best opening volley there.
No, so here's the deal. So
I
do me a
kinda
favor, though,
blanked,
just
I'll
so
be
everybody
honest.
can just take a picture of it. Jason, can you show your smug how big is your phone face? Because that was really good.
No, it was good. In your face. No, that's a really good face. I like that.
Dude, I can see
This
this.
alone right here.
I can see this ad campaign right now. It's just that exact same picture, and then right to the right of Jason's face is just in big block letters, "Look at my phone."
Look at my big phone.
You know what they should do is they should have one where it's like, look, I took a picture of your phone, and it fits entirely inside of my phone. Like real size, and then one inside of the other.
See, that's good. All right, so
I
Brian, help me
feel
out
like
there.
that one
Instead
could
of-
be honed in a little bit more. I don't think that one's nailed in quite yet.
No,
You
no.
guys
See,
might
I
be
think you
able to do better with that
overcomplicated
one.
it. I think you just need to go. How big's your phone?
How big's the phone? Yeah. Yes, I agree.
All right, give me a moment. I'm gonna see if I can figure out anything better.
Jesus,
You need more?
you're really drinking tequila straight? Brian is now spit up his tequila. Ladies and gentlemen, the hits keep on coming on this, the biggest show we've ever done. Surprises, thrills, reading a book that I can't legally allow, I'm not legally allowed to read on the show. Jason Howell says farm porn several times. Brian spits tequila in his lab. Really other tequila trees grow.
Actually, this is not. Wait, did you say tequila trees? Look at this. This is actually. This is an Android.
See?
This is a rare type of like pornography where you got an Android that's about to swallow up an iPhone.
How big's your iPhone?
So, listen, all right. It won't be the first time that gigantic black things are shown in contrast to less.
To tiny white things.
To smaller yet
Really?
less productive white things.
Really?
I think there's something there.
Oh
I think there's something there. I think you can go
So
with
it
that.
used to be like, Android, we're analogous to black porn.
I think there's money in the bank here. I like this.
I think, listen, we should pass all this on to Google. We know people at Google. This is a we're a think tank. We should brand ourselves as a think tank.
By the way, PSU Whammy points out that is it true that this week's episode of All About Android is labeled Mandroid? Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
See?
Is that because you guys were sans the feminine touch of Eileen Rivera?
Am I?
Yes, and there was a study that said that Android users are more likely than other phone users to use their device while sitting on the toilet.
Am I the only one to get the major phoner here?
What?
I said, am I the only one getting a major phoner?
Oh, there we go. Hello.
That one cuts across both lines, though. You can't. That's a hard one to direct to either Android or iPhone.
All right. So what? Is that it? Is that all
Doesn't
we got?
matter how big it is. Matters how many apps you load.
Tell you what, man, Matt, it's not the size of the phone; it's the clarity of the call. And I'll tell you, those Androids, you can hear them on the other line. They don't get dropped mid call.
Hear everything on an Android phone.
Y'all hear me?
Everything.
Dude, why don't they have like phone-centric comics? Like that there would be like what Jeff Foxworthy was to rednecks. There could be like the Android comic.
Why are we not doing this? This would be amazing. This is incredible.
If you suffered with AT&T for 3 years and pretended it was good, you might be an iPhone user.
Dude, I'm 100% down for this. So, but I feel like it's too late on that. I feel like we got to catch wind of the next trend.
Nope.
I mean,
think
if
it's
Google
fresh as
really
ever.
wanted Android to be a success, they needed to do this 2 years ago. This would have been totally effective 2 years ago. Now it's just too late.
And
But what if, I mean, like, I feel like we could get on this. Like, because you know how everything on Twitter is like, you know you a black girl when, Like, we can be like, you own an Android when.
Oh, wait a minute. What about if you were poorly corrected after the fact? You might be an iPhone user. Like make fun of the damn you autocorrect thing, because that's an iPhone phenomenon.
Yeah. Is that only no? Because there's Android autocorrect.
I don't ever see them. You look at all the funny ones. You're like you should have one comic where it's iPhone autocorrects, and it's all the hilarious, salacious ones. And it's like the Android autocorrect is you misspelled phonography.
Well, but maybe Android users actually just have more shame and aren't willing to put their stuff up on the internet like the iPhone users are.
Good luck selling that. I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'd say Android users have a lot of shame.
Not this
Yeah.
My phoner.
Look at the size of my phoner.
Dude, can't you see that on a billboard?
Absolutely, actually.
That
I
needs to be a billboard on the way into Petaluma.
Totally can.
That's good stuff right there.
What does it cost to buy a billboard for 3 days? Especially those digital billboards.
Just to run that?
Yeah. I mean, just to get a photograph of it?
Yeah. Actually, this might need to be the next kind of ad campaign for All About Android.
You're already starting to think this through, aren't you? You're like, I'm gonna drive into work.
No,
and
that's a brilliant face. For those listening, Jason, here, bring that picture back up.
All right.
Jason is making a face where his head is slightly cocked. I'm talking about 5% to the right. He has a very indignant face, pursed lips, and eyes that just say, seriously, oh my God.
Yes.
And it just in big white letters, look at my phoner, as he has. What kind of phone do you have? What model do you have?
You gotta have the Galaxy Nexus.
Yeah,
That's gotta be a
Nexus.
Galaxy Nexus. Yeah.
Nice.
Don't be a loner. Buy an iPhoner.
Rabbit Badger in the chat room calls it the I smell sex face, which I don't know if
Seriously,
that's the
man.
face I have when I smell sex.
That is a pheromone sniffing face you have, dude.
Oh man.
Well,
I
you want to
guess
know
so?
what I want to set up a billboard for, Brian?
What?
Squarespace.com.
Never heard of them. Tell me about these guys.
All right, here's the deal with Squarespace.
And by the way, nope. No, I've never heard of them. Go ahead.
You're gonna say something.
Wait,
Might
no.
as well go with it because you broke my stride. I was about to go into a whole thing.
I was trying to think
You
if I'd
wanted to
heard of
think-
them before, but I think I've decided no. I've definitely never heard. Square pegs?
No, not Square Pegs. Squarespace.
Nah, I was thinking of square pegs.
You want me to use it in a sentence?
No. Square pegs back. The NBC show back in the late '80s. That's what I was thinking of.
Repeat the word.
Squarespace.
Square pegs. Square pegs. Use it
in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence.
With Squarespace, you can get 30% off for 3 months by using promo code NSFW1. Squarespace.
Could give a definition?
Squarespace is the fun and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog.
Could you repeat the word?
Squarespace.
Squareface.
Squarespace.
Square pegs.
Squarespace.
Square lace.
Squarespace.
Square phase.
Squarespace.
Spare
the
lace.
Squarespace.
Square base.
Squarespace.
Squared face.
Squarespace.
Could you repeat the
Squirtface?
definition?
Squarespace has easy-to-use UI for creating and managing a website or blog, optimized for most beginners and CSS users. Hundreds of design templates to choose from, and you can customize any of the designs to fit your needs. Also, iPhone, iPad, and Android apps for updating your blog on the go. Squarespace.
Use it in a sentence.
Squarespace. You can get 30% off your new account for 3 months, as well as a free trial, by going to squarespace.com and using offer code NSFW1.
Sharemace?
Squarespace.
Squirt face?
Squarespace.
Narrace?
Squarespace.
Scarface.
Squarespace.
Squid legs?
Squarespace.
Glape rape.
Squarespace.
Farm porn.
Squarespace.
Oh! Squarespace.
Squarespace. SQUARESPACE.com.
Promo code. Yeah.
Next word.
Professionalism.
Aptitude.
Okay. Real.
Look, you guys want to do a spelling bee real quick, and I'll pick words out of Scott Sigler's new book.
Yes, by all means. Let's do that. Go.
Right?
All right. Ready.
Jason, your word is shoulder. Shoulder.
Soldier.
Shoulder.
Jesus.
SHULD. Repeat the word.
Shoulder.
Shoulder. Mulder.
Shoulder.
MU.
Shoulder.
Is it in a sentence?
Robin pushed at Pookie's shoulder.
Okay. Definition.
The part of the body that connects the collarbone and the arm.
Scalder.
Shoulder.
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 Can I just spell it for him?
No, I got this, Brian. I got this. Sorry it's taking me so long.
Go ahead.
SHO. I'm seriously blanking. SHOULDER? Shoulder?
Yes, correct. Shoulder.
Oh,
yes.
goodness. All right. Ready.
Brian?
Go. Yep.
Your word, as randomly selected by Scott Sigler's Nocturnal, which you can pre-order now.
Friend of the show, Scott Sigler.
Yeah.
Author of Beam Up on Aisle 5, coming out soon.
Your word is Hitler's smelly ejaculate. Hitler's smelly ejaculate.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Hey, you! Is that Hitler's smelly ejaculate?
Hitler's smelly ejaculate. HITLER
Would you like
apostrophe
a definition?
SMELLYEJACTULATE. Hitler's smelly ejaculate.
You are correct.
Woo!
EJACTULATE?
It's the German spelling. It's the German spelling. Jason?
Okay.
Your word is car.
Repeat the word.
Car.
Use it in a sentence.
Brian Brushwood was born in a car because his parents were poor.
No, this one's easy. I got this. Car. AUTOMOBILE. Car.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's nothing like car. So it's
Brian,
car.
are you ready for your word?
Yes, I am.
I'm a pink-faced weirdo.
I'm sorry. These are randomly selected?
Randomly selected from Scott Sigler's new book, Nocturnal. Available for pre-order now.
That seems really
Crown
weird.
Publishing.
That seems very weird that you
I'm a pink-faced weirdo who nobody loves.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Holy moly, said Brian Brushwood, host of Scam School. I'm a pink-faced weirdo that nobody loves.
Can I get a definition?
The life of Brian Brushwood, host of Game On, airing live at 9 o'clock on Sundays on the Twit Network.
Could you repeat the word?
I'm a pink-faced weirdo who nobody loves. Might as well kill myself.
Wait, that's different from the word that you said before.
No, it isn't.
Could you repeat the word?
I'm a pink-faced weirdo that nobody loves. Might as well kill myself. Sure won't be missed by anybody.
I'm a pink-faced weirdo who might as well kill himself. Could you repeat the word?
I'm a pink-faced weirdo that nobody loves. Might as well kill myself. Won't be missed by nobody. Nope, sure won't.
Okay. I'm a pink-faced weirdo that might as well kill himself. Won't be missed by nobody. Sure, no won't. JUSTINROBERTYOUNG. I'm a pink-faced weirdo who might as well kill himself. No one will be loved. No.
Incorrect. Jason Howell wins. Everybody, let's get a big round of applause.
Boo!
I thought you got that one.
Boo!
It was either that or BRIANBRUSHWO.
I always mix
For
those
the
two up.
seal, correct.
I did it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Woo!
woo!
Another win.
All right, can we tell Jason and all the fine people who are listening to this horse crap what we were up to this entire past week? This was an unusual week for us, right?
Yeah, no, I came out to Austin last week, and I spent.
You did. You came out to all of Austin.
I did. Hey, everybody!
Android racist.
I'm really a racist. And I did the racist dance.
Yes. All right, go on. So what did we do?
Well, we did a bunch of stuff, but most notably for this audience is we recorded 5.5 to 6 hours of the new comedy album that we're going to put out.
Jason, I'm going to bet that you did not listen to our first comedy album.
Well, look at
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I did not, and I'm very sad about that fact. I've been meaning to. It's at the top of my playlist, but my Android phone is broken.
You're like, I'm sorry, I was trying to listen on an iPhone, but an iPhone is so restrictive in its attitudes that it just wouldn't play it. It decided it was too pornographic, and I'm like, ew. So I went Android.
No, where? Okay, so fill me in. Where can I find it?
Well, okay, the old album, forget the old album. Old album is dead. It's dead to us, it's dead to America. The point is here's an exclusive snippet. You will not hear this anywhere else except for NSFW show. Here's an exclusive snippet off the new album.
All right, I got a question.
Yeah. Are you playing both sides?
I got a question.
Go.
And I have a
Go.
feeling.
Go.
I'm going. This is me
Go.
right now. This is me going.
Go.
I'm talking.
Go.
I knew it, you motherfucker.
All right, that's
Does
just
that count, by the way, Isabel?
No. That was bleeped. It was totally bleeped. Here, this is what counts, though. Confessional stuff like this.
I'm going to tell you. I just want to point everybody out
facts,
that
and I want you
it
to
is
tell me
recorded, so we can edit it best on 2 channels. So if you only heard one channel, it's not all going to be like that. Like you'll actually be able to hear my mic.
You should hear both sides. Did you not hear
I
yourself?
did not hear both sides.
Ooh.
No, I heard one side.
Wait.
And then an echoey other side.
Is that why? Hold on. Maybe I'm not transmitting out to people who call. Wow, that's weird. Really weird. Oh, okay. People are saying they heard both sides.
Well, you hear both sides. It's just one of them's echoey and not into the mic.
Yeah, no, Brian, it was definitely mono.
Says you.
Says people in the chat room.
I'm going to tell you some facts, and I want you to tell me whether or not I'm gay.
Best intro ever. And go.
Pornography is a very powerful motivator for kids, boys aged
wrong word.
I would say 13 to 15.
Yeah, sure, man.
It's an otherworldly motivator.
Ah, dude, I killed a hobo for his Playboy.
It's just old Playboy Joe. Playboy Joe would walk down the street and say, "Well, it's just me, the Gentile hobo. And by Gentile, I mean I'm not Jewish. Carrying my Playboy up and down the street. Well, hello, Baker Joe.
Why don't you die, old man?" Oh, boobies, Miss November.
You killed me as I killed the hobo before me.
Now you've become Gentile Joe.
Gentile Brian. Enjoy the Playboy, motherfucker. Yeah.
All right.
Again,
So
yeah.
that.
Sorry that we're only playing one side, but it will be on both sides for.
I'm shocked to hear that it's only one side because it's like from VidBlaster, it's showing both sides evenly.
Don't know what's. Is it is it even because you're doubling up one side?
No. Like I could see one side on the here. Let me do this. I'll capture.
It's not that I don't believe you.
No, you don't believe me, and you call me a liar.
No, I know
And I'm
that
gonna
we're
show
getting
you that you're wrong.
You
There.
must use an iPhone.
Oh my God! You did not just see. It shows both sides here, and when it plays, it shows both sides. So there must be something wrong with what it's sending back. Whatever, man. But the point is, we're way excited about what we recorded. 5.5 hours. It'll probably be edited down to a delightful 43 minutes.
Hopefully, yeah. It'll be exactly 43 minutes. I guarantee you. And if it's not 43 minutes, it's free.
All right. So what else we got, man?
Well, coming up right now is going to be Sweetwater. They are ready to go.
Oh, that's right. We got a musical guest.
Yeah, we have a musical guest this week. But just a quick follow-up with the Night Attack thing. Folks, go to nsfwshow.com/album and sign up for our mailing list there. We'll be sending you all, like, maybe some little tips or like extras and stuff from the album as we edit it. You'll get first dibs on some of the extras that we're going to cut out of there that may not even make it on the album, like we did a B-side last time. We have so much stuff that if you really, really dig Night Attack and you want more stuff, go to nsfwshow.com/album right now and go check out the mailing list so you can be the first to get the new album all up in your life.
Exactly. Meanwhile, in the chat room, they're asking me if my phone gives me good service. Look, man, I may be droid curious, but I'm iPhone all the way, which means no, I don't get good service from my iPhone.
But I'll tell you what.
If you're droid curious, you'll cross the line one of these days.
Once you go droid, you'll have hemorrhoids.
So you're saying that, like, if you are bi droid curious, if you're a girl and you're bi droid curious, you really actually like your iPhone. But if you're a guy who's bi droid curious, it's by the way, I secretly have an Android.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to say.
Well, with that being said, folks, I would like to welcome one of Seattle's hottest bands, ladies and gentlemen. We should be joined right now by the boys from Sweetwater. Welcome to the NSFW show, Bubba Boys.
Square balls!
Woo!
Yes!
Hello!
OMG, I'm in love! How are you guys doing, man?
Square balls.
Holy cow, this is all of Sweetwater. How many of you guys are there in there?
There are four people.
All right.
Hopefully you can see us all.
Okay.
Hello.
No, real quick. This is an unusual musical guest for us in that we have had one of our fans like freak out, like send us multiple emails, like you seriously have to have Sweetwater on the show. They are the best band in the whole world. They literally cured cancer the other day, and so we are as excited as can be. Real quick, how do you give an elevator pitch for what you guys sound like?
Say again?
What's your elevator pitch for what your sound is?
Rock and roll.
Yes!
Pretty much.
Good enough.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a lot of years. We've known each other since we were like 7 years old, which was a long time ago. And we just, pretty much play. I guess it's rock music, but, we don't really give any particular kind of, rules.
Okay, so before we even begin, where is the place that everybody can be going to? Because the second you guys start rocking, I want everybody to head over to your website and buy your album. Where should people go to buy some Sweetwater Rock?
Yeah, www.sweetwaterrocks.com.
That sounds complicated. I don't know that our audience can follow that, but we hope that they head on over to www.sweetwaterrocks.com.
Yeah, one word, Sweetwater plus, sweetwaterrocks.com.
All right, well, why don't you just...
Well, here, Brian...
Go ahead.
It's on the little taggy thing. It's on the taggy thing.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they can also actually look for us on iTunes or Amazon or anything like that, actually.
Awesome.
Brian, normally I do the intro to the bands, but I want you to do this one.
Yes, intro us.
So Brian, the band's name is Sweetwater.
Yes.
That's right.
So
Is that our cue?
No, I don't know.
Intro them.
This is very confusing for me. Go ahead, Justin.
The word is Sweetwater.
What word is Sweetwater?
Sweetwater is the band's name.
Yes, Sweetwater. Sweetwater. Sweetwater.
You're not getting the bit.
I'm not getting the bit.
The word is Sweetwater.
Wait, is this a Blackwater reference?
Oh my God. It's not like we just did this bit for 15 minutes straight and only paused to do this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Seattle, folks, welcome to the show, Sweetwater.
All right, we're going to do a song called Lost in the Suffering. It's off of our last record we released about a year and a half ago.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lost in the suffering, you told me I was wrong. You played it to the bitter end, then the end was gone. Many, many, many nights and days we were without a star. And in the dark every step we took led us further apart. Subway. Subway trains and the smell of gas. Lovers hide behind the tracks. Passengers, they come and go. Just like you, I should have known that all the things you said to me leave me empty and deceived. Knowing is much worse than not knowing what your heart is. Lost in the suffering under the moonless sky. In the dark where I lost you under the moonless sky. Lost in the suffering under the moonless sky. In the dark where I lost you under the moonless sky. Isn't it strange how we are hiding our faces in the dark, lost in the suffering under the moonlit sky, in the darkness of the night, under the moonlit sky. Lost in the suffering
Oh man.
Too much rock.
Oh,
Too much
too
wind.
much rock.
Too much wind, and it broke the internet. Do you realize that from the chat room, Blender MF is like, so like these guys toured with Oasis, Iggy Pop, Stone Temple Pilots? Holy crap! That's how much wind we had in our hands.
I know, and we let it slip away.
It's because you didn't love them enough, chat room. You didn't show enough love to Sweetwater Rocks, and then they slipped from your hand. I'm sure they're calling it back right now.
I hope so.
Damn internets.
That's the question. There's only one way.
Can you hear us? I don't know what happened.
Oh, they're back. We got the rock. We got the rock back. Thank goodness. Holy cow. Listen. Listen.
It's all Al Gore's fault.
The first half was nothing less than angels singing sweetly into our ears while they massaged our back and shot morphine into between our toes. It was amazing. And then it just sort of slipped away like we woke up from a miserable fever dream and you guys were gone. And for a brief moment, I thought there was no reason to live and I might as well slit my throat right now. And then you came back. You came back.
I blame Obama.
That's what we're like. We're like that.
That's what I hear about you guys. You're a little bit
all right,
like that.
Now, guys, let me just ask you this: is there any way that you guys can record what you guys are doing locally, just in case we have any more tech hiccups?
Hell yes.
Yes, we can do. We actually totally can do that.
Yes. Okay. We'll press record now, and then that way, whatever else happens, we'll at least have the local recording of this. But I'm telling you, like, it doesn't matter, Justin. I don't care if they'll let us. We will end the show right now. And then the next 30 minutes will be nothing but Sweetwater's music, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, we are done horsing off here, folks. All we're doing is just bringing you Sweetwater right to your goddamn mouth, and it's gonna be amazing, folks. Do me a favor and go ahead over SweetwaterRocks.com, man. These guys are.
That's right. And if people want to know, we actually are working on a new record that's coming out in May, and so we're playing a show here in the West Coast, and I mean in Seattle. That's where we're from. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. We've got 5 songs in the can. It's going to be called Dance Floor Kills. It's got kind of like a rock funky beat dance thing going on. It's pretty cool.
Love it. Real quick, if somebody is just falling in love with what they've heard so far, where can they go to give you money right this instance? Because I'm not going to lie. In the chat room, I'm seeing people like, take all my money. I'm throwing it at the screen, but it's not working. Where do people go?
iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes. I think.
SweetwaterRocks.com.
Yeah, just go to iTunes or Amazon, SweetwaterRocks.com. That last song was off a record called "Clear the Tarmac." That was our last record. So if they like that, they can go buy it. We'd love to have that.
As often happens in the chat room, Ronak has already put together. If you go to bit.ly/NSFW Sweetwater, it will take you directly to buy their albums right now. So go to bit.ly/NSFW Sweetwater, and you can hear some more Sweetwater. And you guys are recording locally, so that means there's no reason that we shouldn't just rock out with another jam, right?
Dude, we're going to rock out with as many jams as you can take.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. I'll tell you, the hats have been proffered. We now have a pirate, an Iron Man mask. It's only going to get more awesome from here, folks. Sweetwater, what are you guys going to play next?
All right. All right, should we do another song?
Yeah.
All right, this is an old tune. This is from our second record.
Well,
Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, honey, you already are. You already are. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, baby, you already are. You already are. Well, I saw you today. You were looking more than okay with your party dress on and your Cheshire grin. Yeah, they're all lined up to meet you. Get a chance to be with who's who. Number 137, yeah, you know what I mean. And it just seems a shame. Nothing changes, it's all the same. Another ballroom queen on the boulevard. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, baby, you already are. You already are. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, honey, you already are. You already are a superstar. I know you're just a kid, and we all know what you did that'll teach you not to spit where you might sleep. Yeah, they all wanna be you, get a taste of sugar cane. You know things aren't always what they seem. No, no. With your diamond pointed boots, yeah, they look better than you do. Another worn out scene on FMR. Is that your disposition? Well, I think there's something missing. All the beautiful people, you know who you are. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, honey, you already are. You already are. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Well, baby, you already are. You already are a superstar. A superstar. Yeah! Give up your name to a girl who's your new best friend. You want to see the bright lights tomorrow. Self and cut the pages. Sugar came and went that day. Sugar came and went away. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a superstar? Honey, you already are. You already are. A superstar, star, a star, a star.
Whatever room they are in. I'm surprised that the structure of the building is still competent because the rock just destroyed so hard. Folks,
because your metaphor just folded all at once just now. But the important thing is, look, Sweetwater does indeed rock. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Seriously, where can people go to throw money in your faces?
Honestly, iTunes or SweetwaterRocks.com. You can get all sorts of T-shirts and merch and cool stuff. iTunes, Amazon. You can buy the records.
Do you guys?
We got a new record coming out in May.
Do you guys have a tweeter? You have the Twitters? Are you on the tweets?
Yes, at Sweetwater Rocks.
At Sweetwater Rocks. I'll tell you what. At least
so it's the same as that. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to say this much. If they're not going to give you actual dollars, they might as well give you digital applause and head on over and show some love to at Sweetwater Rocks on the Twitters and then make everybody feel wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys are incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So are you.
Here's
So are you.
Sweetwater.
Adios.
Folks, oh my God. How amazing are they?
Dude, thank you guys a billion times over. Jason, are you doing anything at all that's worth noting that we should promote?
No, just no.
All right, and Justin,
life.
how about you? Are you doing anything interesting? I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Just all about Android. Every Monday, we do a new episode with Eileen Rivera and Ron Richards, and we're having a great time with that. And then, of course, producing Frame Rate as well as Tech News Today. So check it out.
I've heard of Tech News Today. I look forward to checking it out someday. But I should point out that seriously, like All About Android is huge, and Ron Richards is awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm sure Ron appreciates that too.
I was about to say,
appreciate that for him.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not Ron Richards. I mean, despite your face being on billboards and all that crap.
That is an amazing bill. That is
really
the best
good.
billboard that ever happened.
I love the fact that it says Bit Gravity up in the corner right here. Look at my photo.
That almost makes it look more professional.
I know.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah, everybody go check that out. Of course, Tech News Today is like the best thing ever. If you're not listening to it every day, then you are a lesser person than you could be. Brian, you got a little project that's coming up, about ready to get all up in into the world.
Wait, wow! I just definitely pushed into the table and everything shook. Do you really want me to share all this? I wasn't prepared to share all this on NSFW.
You can give a little, just a tease.
Those are
you are.
Those are my daughters.
You're cloning your children.
Okay, here's the thing. We've been hard at work for coming up on months now on a Scam School book, and we're going to do something revolutionary. I'm really excited about this. Scam School book. Check this out. 80 plus effects. Some have been on Scam School, some have not, but all of them have audio commentary on them. Hold on. There we go. Wait, let me back this up. There we go. All of them have audio. The Human Chimney was a pretty interesting pick for the first episode of Scam School. It's one. Some of them have video on there, so you're able to see video on there. You can actually see the effects performed. As far as I understand, this is like a one-of-a-kind way to present magic effects. So it's like if you want to learn all the effects of Scam School, you can actually, and it's not available for another month. We're probably, right now we're targeting the end of the month in February, but it's like you could see, in fact, like this clip right here already, your friend of mine, the bad astronomer Phil Plate, put on his Google Plus, and it jumped up to like 30,000 views or whatever. But we'll teach you all kinds of amazing effects, video content, audio commentary. Of course, it's a gigantic book teaching you 80 of the best tricks we've ever seen on Scam School. I am super, super stoked about this. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity. Hold on, let me see. I wish in a million years I could have come up with something as clever. See, think about that. You never get that from your books. Your books never talk saying how great they feel about the tracks that you're about to read. The point is, it's going to be amazing. Keep an eye out. I'm about to do a big launch for it. We're shooting for, March 1st? Maybe February 29th. Keep an eye out.
Tom DeGasso wants to know, did you use technology for that, or was that a non-technology?
There's some tech. Wait a minute. I see what you're doing.
Thank you,
sir.
Dude, no, I've seen the book in action. I've swiped the digital pages with my digital fingers, and it is awesome. So everybody needs to get ready to buy that about 17,000 times and give it to all their friends. Scam School book coming out soon. And
what do you got
going
on?
List on Schwood.com, right?
Yeah. No. Details to come. Just, follow my crap.
To come. Everybody calm down. Don't panic about this.
And go.
Real quick, everybody, if you don't like paying for stories read by me, do I have good news for you? We're serializing the audiobook for Andrew Main's novella, The Chronological Man, The Monster in the Midst. So you can get that on iTunes. It should be live sometime. If it's not live now, it'll be live in the next few hours. Or if you don't you're like one of those man, I hate iTunes. iTunes sucks. I would rather punch iTunes in the face than use it. Then go over to andrewmain.com/books and get the first episode right goddamn now. And if you're like, well, why am I going to wait for it in podcast form? I'll just pay 99 cents for it. Well, then do I have a deal for you? 99 cents will get you the full and complete audiobook if you go to andrewmain.com/books right now. Or if you like reading with your eyes, I don't know, go to Amazon. Jesus, what do I run your goddamn life?
All right. Well, I guess that's it. You got anything else for us, man?
Reagan01 on Twitter, that's all.
I'm dead serious, people. Send a tweet to @SweetwaterRocks and let them know that they rock. You know why? Because they rock. And with that in mind, that's it for this episode of NSFW.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jason Howell.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Next time, let's come up with a 10-second film festival. Let's do it again.
Never heard of it. Tim, 10-second film festival, you say?
Oh.
Sucks. Sucks.
Sucks.
Nobody cares about 10-second film festivals.
Yes.
Brian and Justin of NSFW. Oh, I'd rather die in a fire than to spend a single moment without Brian Brushwood.
That's what I should do.
Oh, I'd rather be dipped in honey and fed to a big ant pile than to do without Justin Robert Young for even a little while.
Happy birthday to the invisible wife, by the way.
Oh my God. I forgot. In the after show, we have to show off Bonnie her presents that she got from Chat Realm. Chat Realm made her a present.
By the way, people were
Whoa,
gone
that
another
was
30 minutes, then we might have been able to get a 10-second farm porno contest going.
I'm so glad we didn't.
Next time.
Wow. People are asking if I forgot my wife's birthday. I didn't forget my wife's birthday.
I discovered that this rock thing.
You merely delayed it.
By a day, actually. That was by agreement, to be honest.
Was that Jesus build my hot rod?
Holy crap. You're the only one. You're the other one. You're the other one.
Yes. Apparently I am.
Soon I discovered.
And it's the long version too. Did you ever listen to the long version?
I'm sure I did. It's been a long time since I listened to Ministry.
Listen, get this. Nobody with a good car needs to worry about nothing. You understand?
Yeah, I think I do.
Listen, get this. Nobody with a good car needs to be justified.
I can't remember it.
And I'll tell you why. I come a long way since I believe in anything. And I come halfway around the world. What are you talking about?
Let me get Bonnie in here.
Where you come from is gone. Where you thought you were going to, we're never there. And where you are ain't no good unless you can get away from it. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. There's only one thing left for me to do, mama. I gotta ding-a-ding-dang, my dang-a-long-ling-long.
I always loved that phrase. Where you come from was gone. Where you thought you were going to weren't never there. And where you are ain't no good unless you can get away from it. What are you talking about? All right, Bonnie's going to come on up and we'll show her All right, hey.
I have a confession to make.
You have a commission to
make.
Come on.
To collect. I collect a 5-cent commission on every time the farm porn word is used.
Yeah. No, your brother called and he's got that really old dog. And he was all like,
Whiskey's about to die.
Oh,
now
he was
talk
all
to
like,
me on the phone.
Yeah. So
is that what he did?
Well,
he's like Whiskey's gonna die. Let me talk to you.
So he's not. The dog's fine, but he's just like, oh, he's old and nobody's here, and I'm sad about my dog being old. And I'm like, okay. So I missed the show.
You didn't watch the whole show?
I didn't watch the show. I've been
so you
talking to your
missed
brother
the first,
whole
second,
time.
and third chorus of "Hooray for Bonnie."
Oh my God, there were songs for me?
It was a full Bollywood, and we called it a Bonniewood musical.
Oh my God!
Chat Realm made multiple verses for it. They wrote, I cannot. Are you kidding me? You really didn't see it?
I really didn't see
Wait,
it.
no,
I cannot believe I
this is a
didn't
bit?
see the. Wait, you guys are kidding me, right?
No, wait, no, Bonnie, are you like doing a bit? I thought Brian said he showed you before.
What?
The musical thing.
No.
Bonnie thinks I'm doing a bit right now.
Yeah.
Looking all exasperated. You explain to her.
Uh-oh. Am I in big trouble? Should I have lied? Brian's
Lied
mad
about
at
what?
me.
Your birthday? Being tomorrow?
What?
You realize Penelope.
What?
Penelope was the one who said that we never did anything for your birthday. So this entire past hour has been nothing but a Bonnie extravaganza. Did I told John Tilton, I said, make sure she's watching the show when I do the show.
Where was John?
He did not. He was just watching the show and.
Hold on,
Kinda feels like-
John
feels like it
Dill
took the
just sat
punch
there
out of it.
watching the show for completely forgetting his responsibility. Tell me this is not true.
I feel like I'm in trouble. Can I go get my mommy? Are you serious? Are you
Yes!
kidding me?
We've never been more serious.
It really kind of takes the punch out of it, doesn't it?
We spent a solid hour.
We just spent the last hour with an
And then we
all-star
got Sweetwater Rocks
extravaganza
to play Happy Birthday,
promoting
Bonnie.
Bonnie Brushwood. How Bonnie the Invisible Wife is the greatest thing ever. Today's her birthday. Have you even seen your Twitter feed?
I won't know. My phone's in the car.
Oh
my god, I missed my party.
I guarantee you, if you look at your tweet stream at Invisible Wife, at INVISIBLEWIFT wife, you're gonna. It's nothing but birthday wishes. I can't believe it.
I feel like I owe everybody an apology.
Maybe you should make a song about them.
Yes, starting now and go.
Chat room, I'm so sorry I missed my party. Chat room, I'm so sorry, but a dog might be dead tomorrow.
I call it Whiskey's Lament. Cut and print.
In fact, chat room, we'll have that be a song. It'll be released on iTunes tomorrow. It's Whiskey's Lament featuring Bonnie Brushwood. Chat room. I'm so sorry I missed my party. Okay. Can I show you what you missed?
Maybe you guys should have shouted surprise at some point.
We shouted.
Too
You
busy.
just were
We're too
here.
busy
We were
doing
just
the
like,
show.
we were just like, surprise, Bonnie, come on up, join us. And
Get in
then
the
you
show,
didn't.
and
We're
yeah.
like, well, let us show you
I'm
what's...
sure she's watching from downstairs.
It actually explains a lot now in retrospect.
You know what? Actually, they were very cool. They even got you a billboard. Take a look, Bon.
Are you guys still with me? Oh, we're still on Twitch.
I'm on a Twitch. Somebody just won the belt.
Oh, and no.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
And I win on my birthday.
Congratulations. There she is. The Invisible Wife. Winner of the belt bet. Oh my God. Congratulations on your birthday belt, Bonnie.
I really feel horrible.
About what?
About I didn't mean to disrespect anybody. If I'd known there was a party, I would have shown up.
Well, I hope you learned a lesson.
I did. I will never talk to Jay again.
Good.
When has he ever said anything interesting? My dog's dying.
Something about me moving to California. I don't know.
Dogs.
Okay, real quick.
talking like a
Seriously,
parrot.
somebody sent me a link to all the presents you guys made in Chatcraft. They actually did. First of all, we were totally lying when we said that we spent the last hour dedicated to you.
You were? I've never been so excited to have been totally ignored. Oh my God. Oh, I was feeling really, really bad.
But sincerely, they totally did make you a bunch of gifts in Chatcraft, and I want to see a link to that. So we
Okay.
can-
Why would you do that to me?
What?
I felt
to be
so...
honest, Bonnie, Brian started going with it, and I'm like, I have to back him up, but this is really effed up.
And Justin, you don't have to go with it. Oh my
I
God.
do.
You could call him out.
No, not that.
It's the hobo code.
That was too screwed up to not be a part of.
Yeah, dude. There's a
Justin,
somebody sent me a link and I can't log into it. It
I
just
will
says no.
remember this.
I know. Oh, don't worry. I'm under no illusions that my sins will not be revisited upon me tenfold.
Okay, here's the first thing they made. Look at this. This is all in Chatcraft. They made you they built this. They physically built this
That's so cute.
in Minecraft. How amazing is that?